So today we'll start with modern yoga gurus. We have already done some of them before. And today we will be doing Sri RamaKrishna Paramahans. He's a famous guru, modern guru of the 1900s, of those days, before independence. So before independence, all those gurus were termed as modern yoga guru. Okay? And this modern yoga guru, the main important thing, they are, since it was the pre-independence time, I think I've already mentioned this before. Okay, so although they are a mystic, they are saint, but their first priority will be nationalism. So they combine spirituality with nationalism, and then so that is what we are following. So as a quality of a yoga teacher, that also includes one of the qualities. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika, you might have learned Sadhak
Okay.
Tattva and Badhak Tattva. So that Sadhak Tattva, whatever is given in Sadhak Tattva, those are all qualities of, you can say, a yoga
A
sadhak
good
also,
teacher.
yoga,
Okay.
yeah, not only a yoga student, but the same qualities can be of a yoga teacher also. And in
Okay.
addition to that, this nationalism, because they belong to that period and we are following their philosophy and uh, their spirituality, concept of spirituality. So this was one quality, so we should also include them. So nation first, even for the yoga teachers, nation first, and then the spirituality, and then religion.
Okay. Patriotism is first.
Yeah. Uh, yes, you can say patriotism. Yeah, patriotism, nationalism. Because in very early days, no, there were only Hindus. I'm talking about very, very early days. After this, Muslim invasion and, Mughal invasion, and then British English invasion and all that, no? At that time, this concept was introduced. So now here we are, everybody are living together, right? Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and
They are
Sikh.
also doing yoga.
Yes, they are also practicing yoga. So the one common thing which will bind all of us together is this
Patriotism.
patriotism, nationalism, or whatever. We can include that, and then we'll go ahead. Okay, so that you'll come to know during his. So we'll just begin in the form of a story. You can say. Hmm? He
So
was
should we learn in depth for this about these gurus?
1 second. I'll just switch off the video. No, no, I won't switch off. Okay, afterwards we'll. Okay. Uh, uh, in depth means, see, you should know the main important points of what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has done. Okay, any yoga guru. Yeah, the points. What are the pointers? First is birth. Second will be childhood. How was he as a child? Then only you will come to know that how he became that great guru. Second is, I'm only giving you the pointers. Okay, childhood. Then third is education. What kind of education he went through. Then fourth is um, his concept of spiritualism and what did he achieve in spiritualism. Okay, during this young age, and how his profession was connected to spiritualism. What did he get in spiritualism? And the fourth is his contribution to yoga, whatever contribution he has done. Okay, and fifth will be his publications, that yoga gurus, what did he do to spread the message of yoga everywhere, all over the world, not only within India but all over the world. So his publications, his works, his publication. And the last will be is how did he die, or some people say he took samadhi, went to do samadhi, or whatever word you can use, or he attained moksha, that way word. So these 5 pointers should be there in any yoga guru. Okay, those things. And if you like specifically any yoga guru, about that yoga guru, you can go through his autobiography. You will get all the points. Okay. Okay. So the first is, as I said, about his birth. Okay. So Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was born on 18th February 1836 okay, in the village called Kamarpukkur. It is about around, say, you can say 60 miles from Kolkata, northwest of Kolkata. Okay, and his parents' names you can say Kshudiram Chattopadhyay, and his mother's name is Chandramani Devi. Okay, they were poor Brahmins. They belonged to a poor Brahmin family, but they were very pious and virtuous. Now, this Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he got this name later. Okay, when he was born, his name was Gadadhar. Okay, since they both parents are very pious and virtuous. This Gadadhar, he also got major of those qualities. Okay, he got major of those qualities, and right from his early days, like as a child, when he was child, he was he didn't show that much interest in that education, the typical school education, formal education, and he was not that interested in all this worldly affairs and all. He was always away from that right from the childhood. But even though he didn't like school and education, he was a very good painter. He was a very good singer and painter, both. And he was very fond of all the saints, mystics, and all. Wherever there is any satsang, he will go and sit there as a child. And he used to understand also everything, what they were saying. Okay. And he used to always be in one of those, spiritual mood, and he'll go into ecstasy. Right? So this first experience of ecstasy he got at the age of 6. When he was a child, at the age of 6, he had that first experience of ecstasy, or you can say that Paramananda state. And first time he got that. Huh? And then he got it when he saw, a flight of cranes, birds and all, they move together, from one place to another. They are in groups and they move together. So when he looked up, when he saw that flight of cranes going, these white cranes against the black clouds, the evening. So when they were going, so that time he entered into that stage of Paramananda ecstasy. And then uh, and this tendency was there. It used to get repeated on and off, and as it get repeated, it used to get more intensified. Okay, more and more intensified. And he used to enjoy. He's very comfortable, not that he was scared of it at all. He was very comfortable. And his father died very early when he was very small. He was hardly 7 years old. His father died. And looking at the death of his father, he started going into more and more introspection. Okay. And he started becoming more and more detached from the world. And then, now this was about his childhood and all. Okay. This was about his childhood. And as a child, everything, he displayed all that. And education, a very mm, attended a local school, and as he was more interested into spirituality, he used to sit for all the satsang, and he used to leave school early to assist the family in all the spiritual practices. Okay, and his father was a priest, no, so he used to assist him. Okay, and he was, as far as scriptures are concerned, he was self-taught. And then yes, he was sir. Yeah, and then he became a youth, and went to he became a priest in Dakshineshwar temple. Okay, by the time he has grown up at the age of 16. Okay, at the age of 16, Actually, he had an elder brother. After his father passed away, what he did, that elder brother gave that local temple, which he was a priest. He told his brother, "You take care of this temple." By that time, anyway, they have to earn no livelihood. So he went to um, Kolkata, his elder brother. Okay, and he became a priest there. So when he became 16 years old, that brother said, "You come over here and assist me in this profession, that priestly profession." And then around 1855, that Dakshineshwar temple was built by Rani Rasmani. Rasmani, she built that temple, and she made Ram Kumar. Ram Kumar is the elder brother of Ramakrishna. That is Gadadhar. At that time, he was Gadadhar. So he was made the chief priest. Okay, but then he also passed away after a few months. After a few months of becoming, then he used to assist him, the Ramakrishna. So they made Ramakrishna as the chief priest over there in the Kali temple, Dakshineshwar temple. Then he became more and more his bhakti became more and more intensified after looking at Mother Kali. Okay, he used to always adore her. Okay, and then and that intense longing to see that mother, na Kali Ma, and already he has gone through ecstasies in many times. So he used to always get a vision of Kali Ma. Always he used to get a vision on and off. He used to get a vision after serving that temple. Then his spiritual practices. This is serving the temple. He got the vision, and on the other side, his spiritual practices. Okay, and his spiritual practice became more and more intense. Okay, then all his relatives, that is, he was born in Kamarpurkar. Okay, so he was getting more and more, what do you call, intoxicated sort of. Okay, intoxicated. So his relatives became very tensed, looking at his going into spiritual way. Yeah? Then they thought, no, we'll get him married. So that because he's single, he's alone, he's doing this. So if we get him married, he'll become all right. So they got him married to a girl. Her name is Sharada Mani. Sharada Mani. She was from a neighboring village. Okay, Jairambati, neighboring village. Okay, and after getting married, also he was unaffected. They thought by getting married he will get all right, but he was unaffected because he had already reached that spiritual state. Okay, he became very indifferent. He reached a stage where he used to treat his own wife as Ma, Kali, Shardama. So like that. Okay, then he made gurus because he went in search, because that urge to experience, spiritual experiences, he wanted to learn different aspects of God. So for that, he made many gurus, of series of gurus, and from each guru, he learned various paths of reaching God. Okay, that's God realization. And and the beauty is, whatever he learned from his guru, he became perfect in that particular aspect. If one guru comes and teaches karma yoga, he will become expert in that. If they teach bhakti yoga, then he will become expert in that, like that. I'm sorry. Okay, so then the first teacher, because he was working Dakshineshwar temple, correct? So the first teacher he met in 1861. Okay, she was a lady guru. Her name was Bhairavi Brahmani. His first guru was a lady guru, Bhairavi Brahmani. Okay, she was well versed with scriptures and all. So she taught him this spiritual path. Then she followed that tantric path. Correct? So through her, from her, he learnt all the tantric path, and he attained success in each and every thing, whatever she taught in the tantric path. He a series of japa we have to do, some rituals we have to do. Everything he did, and he got success in that. And then after 3 years, he came across another guru. His name was Totapuri. Now, here came a big turning point in his life when he met this Totapuri. Under his guidance, he learned, he became an expert in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is the highest state of Samadhi. So he became expert in that. Okay. Although he had difficulties in following this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, because all this while he has been doing for Kalima, correct? The Tantric path also he was doing for Ma only, Kalima, Kalima. So suddenly this Nirvikalpa Samadhi is, there is no form here. So he
There
was
is no
finding it.
total samadhi, no?
No, this is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi is the final stage. It's the total Samadhi where you become one with God.
Okay.
This is regarding Advaita Vedanta. We have studied, no, little bit of Advaita Vedanta. Okay, no form, no qualities, nothing. You have to just become one with the. This is the highest stage of Samadhi. Okay, then that is Advaita, na? Non-dual, monism. Atman and Brahman are on that one. Okay, then he remained in that state for 6 months. Okay, without the awareness of his body. The thing with this, no, when he takes one practice, he goes up to the core, gets success, then only he comes out of it. Then only he can teach it to others, no? So that is why. So he not even have awareness of his own body. And yeah, then after that, he had a range of, spiritual experiences. Okay, many spiritual experiences. Now his spiritual practices and all, he understood now. Okay, then he had more inquisitiveness, more jigyasa. Why? I have learnt about our Hindu scriptures, and I know what is samadhi, what is the final state. I also want to learn about the other faiths, the other cultures, other religions. Okay, then what he did, uh, uh, gave up all those after learning and that. He gave up that for some time, and then he went into Islam, and then he went into Christianity. He learned all that meditation or whatever is given in their religion. He studied that, and he got success in that. And then he learned about Christianity. There also he got success. Okay, in both these religions, he attained the highest realization. And then Buddhism, he studied Buddhism also. Okay, and then he regarded Jesus and Buddha as an incarnation of God. And then he also learnt about the Sikh gurus, the 10 Sikh gurus. And then this was, 12-year long, his search for spiritualism. Okay, it was a 10-year long. Then he came up with that word, yato mat tato path. Mat means, we say opinion, right? Opinion. Huh? Okay, yato mat, whatever you follow, according to your opinion, whichever religion you follow, tato path, you have to follow the path of that religion, depending upon your. So he came up with that. And then he Because in all the faith, he did meditation and he attained the final stage. So then he realized that consciousness is same in all the human beings. That is what he came up. He wanted to come up with that some what do you call conclusion he has to come. No, huh? He said that consciousness is the same. That is only if you have that consciousness, then only you can see God in all human beings. That same consciousness, if you see, then only you can see God in all. Then during his married life, what used to happen? He started worshipping his wife also as Kalima. Okay, he used to then very very intense spiritual life he had. Okay, one day, what happened? While he was worshipping Kali Ma in the Dakshineshwar temple, see that his wife used to stay with him, but they used to not live like a normal husband wife. Okay, they both used to live like a life of a what do you call sannyasi type. They used to not live together. I mean, they
Saint.
live together. Saint, yeah. They both used to live
Celibate
a,
life.
yeah, celibate life. They used to live a, that's a correct word actually. They used to live a celibate life, and that wife also didn't mind. They lived a celibate life and very pure life, and they were enjoying it. They were enjoying. Then after that, he was given the name of a sannyasi after doing,
Paramahamsa.
yeah, Paramahamsa sannyasi. So what is to happen? He has to meet with all the followers who come to for advice to him. No, so outwardly he is to live like a normal layman. Hmm? Very simple and outwardly. But his inner spiritual life was very much advanced. And when he was in this Dakshineshwar temple, um, that the Rani Rasmani, she built the temple. Okay. Then after that, she handed over the temple to her son-in-law. Huh? And son-in-law is to take care of Ramakrishna Paramahans. Okay. Then all big people, once he became famous, all big people started coming to meet him. Okay. As I told you, it was pre-independence time. Correct. This Rajaram Mohan Roy, he, like how I said that Dayananda Saraswati, it was Arya Samaj, right? Right. Like that, this Rajaram Mohan Roy, he started a socio-religious movement that is known as Brahmo Samaj.
Brahmo Samaj.
Brahmo Samaj. That was,
Satiyan.
yeah. No.
Sati.
Yeah.
He practiced
So,
sati.
yes. So, he used to also go and meet him. This Rajaram Mohan Roy used to go and meet him and, take his advice. You know, then then because he used to respect different people, different religion, and he wanted to have a harmony of all the religions. That was his dream. Okay, he wanted to have a harmony of all the religions. That is why that is what attracted many people towards him. In spite of being simple and but practically he had all the experience. Then all his devotees started increasing day by day. Okay, many people came to know about him. They started increasing, and he divided those devotees into two categories. Okay, so one category is for the grahastas. Okay, for them they have to carry out their family duties, family charges. So for them, he is to explain the spirituality in a different way. Okay, through parables, through stories, like that. He used to explain. And there was another class of devotees who are, single and bachelors. So he used to take them and train them, and so that they are the torch bearers of the next generation, so that they can spread his message. Out of that, the first and the most popular one was Swami Vivekanand. Swami Vivekanand. And his name also was different before. His name was different before. So that also we will see in that Swami Vivekanand's thing. So it was the Swami Vivekanand who took over all his teachings, and one of another his disciple, he used to sit and note down everything he said. Everything he says is to note down, and then they made it into a book called as Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So whatever public lectures he used to give, he used to go and write down, that disciple. Then they brought out a book called Gospel of very simple language. You don't have to go to the hi-fi Vedanta and all. The simple parables, simple stories through which he can explain the concept of Vedanta. So that way, through
He started all the
illustrations.
schools, Ramakrishna missions. Through that
Ah,
also.
Ramakrishna Mission was started by Swami Vivekananda. He did not do anything.
Hmm.
Ramakrishna Paramahans, he did only his job of
Just
speaking.
propagate, correct.
Yes, yes. He used
Sharda
to,
Vidyalaya and Ramakrishna Mission, they started.
yeah. So then after that, Swami Vivekananda took over, and he started Ramakrishna Mission. Okay. So then, as I said, they were all noted down. What all his public lectures were all noted down. The disciple's name was Mahendranath Gupta. Okay, and they made it into a book. Okay. And
Narendranath, no? Vivekananda
yes,
was called
yes,
Narendranath, no? Hmm.
Narendranath. No,
That,
now I'm talking about Mahendranath.
acha,
Swami
another
Vivekananda's,
disciple. Okay.
this is another disciple, Mahendranath Gupta. He used to sit and write down, and they made that book called Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Then during his, these were some of uh, all this. Then the turning point, I said, after that, when he came across that Totapuri, that Guru Totapuri, he was the one who initiated him to Advaita Vedanta. I told you, Atma and Brahman are one. He was finding it very difficult to remove the image of Kalima. When he had to, intensely, he had to tell him, come on, close your eyes, you are getting the vision. Now take a sword, cut off the Kalima. That way, he said. He had to tell him it so aggressively. At that time, he lost the vision of Kalima, and then he felt that, Atman Brahman are one. That way he had visions. That's so. Okay, so then uh, all the spiritual experience he got, that Vikalpa Samadhi and all, then his contributions to yoga and spirituality. He taught, I told you, he went into all paths, he attained perfection in everything. Then he started spreading that message. And he used to emphasize on Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion. And also, he used to teach Raja Yoga through meditation, because he attained no Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So he used to explain about Raj Yoga, and then he inspired Swami Vivekananda, and then to spread the Vedanta around the world, not only in India, around the world. Then during his last years, he suffered from throat cancer. Okay, throat cancer. In spite of it, he continued guiding all his disciples and everything. And then on 16th August 1886, he attained Mahasamadhi in a place called Kosipur in Kolkata. And last words, when he left his body, the last word he says, remain in Bhavamukha and serve others as God. Only, according to him, only if you see God in others, then only you will get that service attitude, Seva Bhav. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. Of course, it's very difficult to go to that stage, but at least we can try and follow. It's very difficult to go to that stage. I don't know how many births it will take us to go to that stage. As a legacy, that means his disciples, how he left. As I said, they published that book called Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Then all his, like Swami Vivekananda, he started the Ramakrishna Mission and Vedanta societies worldwide, not only in India, everywhere. And Ramakrishna Paramahans he'll be remembered, for purity, love, and divine wisdom. People remember him for that. Purity, love, and divine wisdom. And many of the other gurus were influenced by him, and they became guru later, of course, and then they took over. Just 1 minute.